This is from section 2.6, number 24. dy dx plus y over x minus 2 is equal to 5 times the quantity x minus 2 times y to the 1/2. This is going to be another example of a Bernoulli equation. How do we know that? Alright, so this is a Bernoulli equation. Again, it's very similar to a linear equation. The only difference is on this side you have y to the n power. Okay, so you can see over here the p of x is 1 over x minus 2, q of x is 5 times x minus 2, and n is equal to 1/2. Okay, so n is equal to 1/2. Okay, and you're going to use substitution to solve a Bernoulli equation. So v is equal to y 1 minus 1/2. That's going to give you y to the 1/2. Okay, so v equals y to the 1/2. If you want to take the derivative, dv dx is equal to 1/2 y to the negative 1/2 dy dx using product rule. Okay, and we're going to use that when we substitute. Okay, so what you want to do with this original equation, right, is you want to divide everything by y to the 1/2. Okay, y to the n. Okay, now we use our substitution, right? So over here we found that you can change this. So y to the negative 1/2 dy dx is equal to 2 dv dx, right? And you can use that to substitute in there. 2 dv dx plus 1 over x minus 2, y to the 1/2 is equal to v. Okay, now it's almost a linear equation. You just gotta do one more thing. Divide everything by 2, because you want to get rid of that coefficient in front of the dv dx, right? Now you have a linear equation. Okay, and the independent variable is x, the dependent variable is v. Okay, p of x is equal to 1 over 2 times 1 times x minus 2. And if you want to find that integral, it's going to be it's going to end up being natural log square root x minus 2. Okay, and then the integrating factor u of x is going to be e to the power of this, right? E to the ln square root x minus 2, and that's just going to be square root x minus 2, right? So you take that and you multiply all of this linear equation by your integrating factor. Okay. And to simplify, it's just going to end up being x minus 2. Right? Because you got square root of x minus 2 over x minus 2, that gives you x minus 2 to the negative 1/2 because it's 1/2 minus 1. And then over here it's 1 plus 1/2. That gives you 3/2, right? Okay. Then realize that this part is actually d dx v times x minus 2 to the 1/2. Right, because if you take the product rule, it's going to be square root x minus 2 times dv dx, and then this part will be 1/2 times x minus 2 times negative 1/2 times v. Okay? So I'm just going to rewrite all this. And now we want to integral everything. Okay. The integral was x minus 2 to the 5/2 because if you take the derivative, go backwards, that's going to be 5/2 times x minus 2 to the 3 over 2 power, right? Okay. Okay, so v is equal to right, because you divided everything by x minus 2 to the 1/2 power. And now you want v to be in terms of y, the original variable. V was equal to square root of y. Okay, you can leave your answer like that, or you can do this.